Good evening, guys. God bless you. Welcome back. My name is Zach, and this is episode 20 of the Healthy, Wealthy, and Happy series. If you've been following along, you know I'm on day two. I'm 48 hours, a little over 48 hours into my 96-hour fast for this round. This is round two of 96-hour fast. And I am feeling great. I worked my 12-hour shift today. I went to the gym, did my 30-minute circuit, did a little treadmill, did some tanning booth, did some aqua massage. So I ended up, I was there maybe like an hour and so yeah, right about an hour. And so that takes up a lot of my day. That's kind of I was talking about yesterday how it's been so easy for me to fast on my working days because by the time I get home, it's 8:13 right now. I'm just going live and I just sat down 5 minutes ago, take a few notes and make some tea before I get hot. And really feeling good. If you Google like the effects of fasting in the first like 72 hours, there's stages. And it's increased testosterone and growth hormones and just there's all cellular regeneration and boosting your immune system, and there's just tons of benefits and positive things to be said about fasting that I said I'm not going to answer any questions about fasting because there's just so much information out there. I feel like I would be unqualified to really even profess to be, like I didn't make up fasting. It has been around for thousands of years. They knew to fast to cure this, to help themselves. What's the animal do when they get sick? Do they go hunting? No, they lay down and fast and sleep until they're better. So anyway, I am 48 hours in, and I wanted to talk about. I have down here that I'm feeling like very little to no hunger, but it's not really that. It's when you feel real hunger. Look, it feels so different when you've been overweight for, you know, if you're 315 pounds like I was or bigger, um, you haven't actually felt real hunger in a long time. I mean, you're eating out of emotions and out of stress and anxiety, and which is it's really just emotional eating, and I want to say poor me baby eating, but it's tough. I get it. When you see them shows where people weigh 6, 7, 800 pounds, and people say, "How can you get that big?" I actually do get it. I get how you can fall that far away and just give up. But that's what this series is about. Is if anything else, the one thing I would say that I've done through all these years to make this fasting easier, and I know I'm going to achieve my goals, and April 1st is going to come and go, and we're just going to blow it away, is that I just never gave up. I failed a lot of times. I gained it and lost it and gained it and lost it and lost it and lost it and gained it so many times that, like today at work, it was pretty slow, so I had a lot of downtime to just think about whatever you're going to think about. And when you're not eating for a few days, you think about food. But it was a big, big difference of, oh, I want all those things that made me unhealthy, like you're doing, a lot of people are doing. Um, it's the healthy, like, man, it's going to be nice. Well, let's say last week, 96-hour fast. I got home, I made the vegetable soup. I didn't really talk about this. It was so good. It was basic. You know what I mean? I didn't even have any like bouillon flavoring in it or anything. I just had onions and potatoes and carrots and mushrooms and some salt and seasonings out of the cupboard, and it was so good. It was like the most delicious food I had ever eaten in my life. And I'm trying to articulate what I'm trying to get across. I kind of get it in my brain, but hopefully I can say this correctly. But it's like I'm disciplining myself, right? Disciplining myself because somewhere in me wants to eat a whole gallon of New York vanilla ice cream, really frozen hard, with big bowl of it with all kinds of toppings, and that has never made me happy. That has never put this smile on my face. It has never made me feel good about myself or who I am. And what I'm trying to say is the discipline, and combine that story about the ice cream and the story about the vegetable soup. The discipline tastes better than the ice cream. It feels better than the ice cream. There's a saying. There's a discipline is a wonderful relish or something like that, or garnish, relish, like going a few days without whatever you want to indulge in. Because there's healthy things, that you can have a glass of wine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to bash alcohol. You can use alcohol, but does it feel great to drink 40 beers? It's terrible. If I drank this much wine right now in this cup, this is tea, but I mean, if I had, let's say, half of this, I would be pretty buzzed up and giggly and pass out and sleep like a tank and not be hungover because I only drank 3 ounces of wine. But the point is that discipline to not drink all those weeks and months made it worth it. Made it. I don't know how to articulate this correctly, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Like feeling hungry today. It felt good because I was like, this hunger, it comes up through your chest and kind of into your throat. Like your body's preparing your mouth and your throat and your esophagus for food when you're actually hungry, as opposed to just getting up and getting something to eat because it tastes good and you're bored. And well, that was another thing I wanted to say. I thought of this today. More than emotional eating, my problem is that, like, over the years, it's just bored eating. You just, like, when you light up a cigarette when you're not doing anything else, like, I just go get something to eat when you're not doing something else. Just constantly back in the kitchen getting food. And that reminds me, I sat in the lunchroom for a little bit today because I was so slow. There's only one line running out of 3, so I had about half of the work that I would normally do. And so I was wandering around just talking to guys and just BSing a little bit. And I went in the lunchroom and I didn't even think about it. I sat at the table. The guy's eating a brownie. I have some money on my account in there, but I know it's going to sit there forever because I don't even eat there now. And I said, hey, you want a candy bar or something? And I grabbed it and threw it on the table, and I was going to pay for him, but he didn't want it, so I put it back. And another guy came in and bought some food. And when I left the lunchroom, I realized that being in the lunchroom, watching a guy eat grabbing candy, talking about food, seeing people, I didn't even think about food. I wasn't even, like, I also didn't think about doing crack cocaine, like, you see my point? Like, I was just beyond it. Like, why I think it's so easy for me right now. This is the easiest I've ever fasted. I've fasted longer than 4 days, but I'm telling you, it was like I was really fighting and struggling and feeling poorly and like, oh, I can go another day. I can, and I'm fighting and fighting. I'm really trying hard. I am not trying at all. I'm not even trying. Zach, what do you mean you're not trying? I made up my mind. I think it was episode 11 or whatever day that Monday. I made up my mind that I was doing it. I was not going to try to do it. And I hate to quote Yoda, but I mean, do or do not. There is no try. And it's right. It's awesome. I wish I would have thought of that. I would have blown up some t-shirts with that saying, because it is so right. When you finally decide to just do it, it gets a whole lot easier. And then I don't believe you, Zach, I'm going to try it. Oh, it wasn't easy. No, I'm not saying it was easy the first time, the first 10 times, the first 20 times. That's what I'm saying. Hurry up and fail. Hurry up and go do it. If you can knock out 72 hours, I'm telling you, you have no issues. You can do anything. If you can right off the bat, and you say, oh, Zach, but it was so hard. I struggled the whole time. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can fast 72 hours like nothing. I don't even notice. Tomorrow after work will be 72 hours, and I already know it's there. There's zero chance it's going to not be there. I mean, it's a done deal. But it took a lot of failing. It took a lot of tries. It took a lot of pumping iron. So my muscles got so strong that I could just do it no problem, So, talking about that kind of discipline and thinking about, like, I'm going through my day, a couple flashes, just momentary flashes of, like, wanting to eat, but it's wanting to eat healthy food. Like, my mind is so set that I don't even think about. Oh, I want to eat a whole pizza or whatever, which I do regularly, in my weight gaining routine. I'm thinking about my future self. Like, I'm smiling at work today. I forgot to mention this. This is like a non-scale victory. So when I lost all the weight a few years ago, I got down, the first time I got down to like under 230. I was in the 220s. I think I got down to 218 that summer. It was like 2 summers ago or 3 summers ago, somewhere in there. 2 summers ago. And I had these big work pants. I had like, I want to say I wore like 44 jeans and like extra large top. We had work clothes at work, like work uniforms. And then I lost all the weight because I was like 275. And then I lost all the weight down to like 218. And I was like, well, I want to get smaller uniforms, but Zach, you go up and down in your weight. So I was wearing 36 jeans at the time at home and 44s at work. So I was like, well, I'll get 40s so that I'll split the difference and they'll still be loose, but I'll have a little room to grow because I know I gained money a little bit in the winter up and down anyway. But these last couple of years have just been more dramatic. So anyway, I am back to just those 40s. I could put my hands down the front. I could just pull the front of the shirt, tons of room. I had way enough room. Well, when I had just ballooned up to 270 a couple of weeks ago and up, the months leading up to it, I could feel it coming. I mean, those buttons on that shirt were just, please let us go. They're begging for mercy, just ready to ting, 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 ting. And the pants are just like, oh man, I could barely get them buttoned and zipped. And today, because I fasted 4 days last week, lost 14 pounds, gained back 9. And I don't want to say yet because it's pretty awesome. I mean, wait till you see what's today, Wednesday, Thursday. Wait till you see Friday's video because that'll be the end of the 96 hours. I'll say my weight again, and you're not going to believe it. It's going great. So anyway, put the pants on this morning and my shirt, and it's like, wow, the shirt's got an inch to breathe again, and the pants they're still snug, but not as snug, So that non-scale victory was awesome, and I was feeling great about that. And so that's like looking to the future, to the what you're doing now is going to make you happy later. But if you can look at it correctly, it's making you happy now because you're doing what you need to do to be happy tomorrow, and you're doing it today, so you can also be happy today. So I gotta not have my phone sitting here when it's blowing up. So God, I just had another topic on the tip of my tongue. Well, it's you then. I'm like, sorry, my phone's blinging and it's you. Well, welcome to the channel. You should always be watching. And you did. Oh, he's watching. You didn't even like. Where's the thumbs up, brah? Well, to my live viewer that just logged on, you're going to have to rewatch it because you missed like the first 13 minutes. So for the next 96-hour fast and my live viewer right now, you have to go, you have to thumbs up, boom, there you go. And then you also have to go and there's I just put in a, what do you call it, where you can vote? A poll. I just put in a poll with 3 or 4 options of what my next 96-hour feeding window, what I'm going to eat. And then there's 4 options, 3 or 4 options. I can't remember what I put, but I put like a very low carb, high fat, all meat, vegetarian, and I think I put one other one. Oh, and then just a balanced fat, carbohydrates, and protein. So, and because it doesn't matter to me, I know I can eat whatever I want. I can fast whenever I want. It's discipline and self-control, and I'm just in full control of my body and my mind. So it's feeling amazing, So it's kind of funny. So the guy, the live viewer that won the $50 Amazon gift card, he's actually a very small, very thin guy that wouldn't need this channel in any way as far as weight loss. But it's not a weight loss channel. It's a psychology channel. It's how do we get control of this chunk of meat in our thick skulls to make it do what we want in life. For me, it's overeating. I mean, I overcame drugs, bad drug abuse. I haven't even talked about it in my teenage years. I was in treatment twice. Bad alcohol abuse after my divorce. I mean, I drank up to 40 whiskeys a day. So anyway, that hopefully it'll help people with those kind of problems too, not just losing weight. So the guy that won the $50 Amazon gift card, he actually used he used that money to buy some because he needs to bulk up. But he's watching the channel just for the motivation and the personal growth aspect of it. And he's using it, so he bought some resistant bands and some protein shakes and some weight gainer. And I talked to him a little bit outside of the channel as far as just motivating him and showing him what can be done. Because I have worked with some light people in the past where, I turned a 135-pound guy into a 155-pound guy in about 18 months. And of just 20 pounds of solid muscle on a thin frame like that. And the guy watching now has got a pretty nice build, but, put 5-10 pounds of muscle on that frame, and you'd just be a beast looking dude. I'd trade my body for yours. I'd pay $50,000 if we could do that. But I do love myself. My butterfly, where's my butterfly? It looks like an eagle still, but just wait. It is starting to shrink. And this other eagle, that was a really big butterfly. So I was just thinking you could have just typed in on the feed that you were live, but he texted me, "Hey, it's me." That's funny. That's funny to me. So I did it again today where so again, I'm 48 hours into the fast. This is the second round of 96-hour fast. And I haven't been chugging the water like I was doing last week because it made me feel a little too bad. I was just too drained out, too much water. So I only drank like 2 big thing, 20, 40. I probably only drank like 60 ounces of water or between tea and water. And then I'm having another 10-ounce tea, maybe here 8 or 10-ounce tea. So I'm only at the 70, 80 ounces because I'll drink a little more water, but it seems to be plenty to keep me enough energy. My workout today was just crushing it. I felt like wore out, but like that comfortable wore out where like you got a good workout. I mean, I'm actually pumping at the gym thinking, man, this is going to make me sleep good. It's funny at 50 years old, you're lifting weights thinking how well it's going to make you crash. When you're 25, you're just looking at all the women and trying to get jacked so you can get some of them. When you're 50, you just walk down the hill. You don't have to run. They're going to be there when you get there. And I'm going to get there and I'm never going to chase them again. I'm going to round them up in a cat. No. All right. So I only had about 6 or 7 notes written for today. Again, welcome to the 20 new subscribers since yesterday's video, something like that. Let me look at my dashboard here. I know we're still small. 96. We're up to 96 subscribers. So I think I was at 80 when I went to bed last night. So welcome to the new subscribers. And I hope you will start at the beginning of this series, whichever video you saw that made you subscribe and get interested, to go back to episode 1 and watch them all and just watch the progression so that when, you can catch up, you can binge watch them or watch them one a day, whatever you want to do. But, and comment on them if you find some interesting things, because I'm going to go back and read all the comments and have a discussion and dialogue with the comments and with the subscribers. So I want to interact is what I'm saying. I want us to be, motivated. If you have some issues, you have some concerns, you want some, some advice or whatever it is, feel free to comment on any of the videos or send me a message on the chat page there. So let's see. I can barely read my own writing to scribble down my notes. I think I got it all covered though, guys. It is 48 hours in. We got 2 more days, and then I'm going to post my weight, and then whatever category wins for the next 96 hours on Friday, I will reveal that. There's only 90, like I said, 92 or whatever I just said subscribers. Hopefully we can get more than a couple to vote so that there's a even if there's only 1 or 2, I guess it doesn't matter whichever one gets the most votes. And then because it'll be fun for me too, because it'll be kind of like I don't even know what I'll do it like every 4 days of fasting. And I don't even know what I'm about to be eating in the next 4 days. I can sit around and wonder. I'm like, do I get a big ribeye steak, or do I make vegetable soup, or am I going to eat a more balanced diet? So anyway, thank you guys again. God bless you so much. Thank you for my live viewers, and thank you, Jesus, for providing all the gifts in America we have. It's so easy, and we're so blessed, and we're not victims. We're not going to play the victim anymore. We're victors. We're marching to victory side by side, shoulder to shoulder with our Lord and Commander, Jesus Christ. We're going to win this war, and we're going to win this weight loss challenge I'm providing to myself as well. All right. One of my followers, one of my subscribers was teasing me about when I go to end the stream that I'm always looking for the button and go. So I'm trying to get a little better at it. I kind of like, all right, kind of sneakily, you don't even know. I went and put the mouse on the end stream button, and then I just kind of look around and be like, "Deuce, guys, love you."